Hello again, and welcome to another Cryptic crossword solve. This puzzle, I started trying to solve this puzzle at lunchtime, and I got a couple of them, and it seemed like quite a good one, but I didn't have time to really do much more, so I only really spent a few minutes on it. But there were a couple in here that I really liked, so I thought I'd do a recording of it, because I thought I quite like to share a couple of the ones I found. I think I've got 3 of them. I think there's 2 down as well. Yeah, okay. Yeah. So I'll start just by looking at the ones that I already found earlier, and then we'll move on. So I'll just sort of jump straight into it, because this one's quite good. It's a very simple clue, but it's a really good example of a cryptic crossword clue. So we've got hide Southern family, 4 letters. And there's something I spotted straight away, is Southern. Now, any mention of South or Southern or anything like that, usually it can be abbreviated to S. So then I was thinking it could be starting with the S, and then with a 3-letter word for family on the end of it. And yeah, my mind pretty much jumped straight to it. So another word for family is kin. And with the S for Southern on the beginning, you get skin, which is hide, as in, like a deer hide or something like that. So that's quite a good one. Quite a good start, because it's just a little one, gets you a couple of letters. Let me see if I can find another one. Oh, this one, I really like the way this one's done. So it took me a couple of minutes to work out. It's daft. It's obvious that it's crazy initially. So my thinking was, straight away, initially is used a lot in cryptic crosswords to mean taking the first letter. So then I'm thinking, okay, that means the definition must be at the other end. So then it must mean something to do with being daft. And I was thinking of, I was looking at it's crazy, and I was wondering, could it be the first letter of, my first thought was obviously crazy initially being a C. So I thought maybe it ends in a C. And for some reason I then thought, I wonder if it's like the first letters of the words it's crazy, maybe ick. I thought that's a bit odd, but then it suddenly dawned on me that actually the whole answer is actually the first letters of it's daft, it's obvious, that it's crazy, idiotic. So the clue is it's daft, is idiotic, but also it's the initial letters of the whole clue. So I quite like that one. I like the way they put that together. And it's a bit unusual actually, but I like it. Nice cryptic clue. And this one, this was the other one I really liked. I think I only actually got these 3, and then then I sort of ran out of time and I had to go and do something. So there are certain things that always grab my attention. So turns, I thought it could mean turning a word around. So first of all I was thinking of, I couldn't quite I thought Siri, S-I-R, and that seemed odd. But then I had this I from the idiotic. I thought, maybe it does begin with iris turned around. And I thought, American could just be US. US is quite a common abbreviation of American. And that is a star, Sirius, S-I-R-I, US. So pretty straightforward. It reads quite, iris turns on American stars. It makes sense as a sentence, but it is just a bunch of building blocks, and it's like very, very standard layout of a cryptic clue. So we've got the definition star, and then we have iris turns on American. So yeah, Irish turned around on top of American. Yeah, was that it? I think that was the only few that I found. Yeah, so maybe just try a few other ones. Maybe 4-letter. I like sometimes getting. Well, this is 4-letter with an I in it. Queen of Carthage. I mean, there's like Dido. Yes, it is. Yes, how it works. Yeah, she's one of the a famous Queen of Carthage. So if you swindled somebody, you did, and then love is like in tennis 0, so 0 can be represented by an O. So love, and you can also have things like a duck, that's from cricket. Other things that represent 0 can be an O. So again, quite a straightforward one. What about this longish one here? Shot source providing footwear suitable for use at Wimbledon. Is it going to be like tennis shoes? Tennis shoes? Wait a minute. Because I'm trying to do this without using a dictionary, every now and then I say things and I think, how do you spell tennis? It is one N. No, it's double N. Yeah, it's one N. I-S. Is that right? It just sometimes I just get like this sort of attack of doubt, and it's just sort of, how do you spell tennis? Is it a double N or one N? How would that work? Shot source providing footwear suitable for use at Wimbledon. So the footwear is shoes. Shot source. Is there another? I'll leave it for now and just see if I can maybe get does this end in I? Journalist about to have a drink. Journalist. I think of a word for journalist. About to have a rat. No, I think it's a bit too short for that. I think I'll make my way back round to this because I can't quite work out why. Yeah, I can't work out why it is that. Why it would be. It feels right, but I haven't got it from anything, so you can't always tell if it's a correct clue. Group of soldiers from the United Nations coming to city centre. So I take it UN. United Nations would be UN. Coming to city centre. I mean, a group of soldiers beginning with UN might be a unit. Oh, I see. Yes, and the IT is the centre of the word city. I is the century letters. Yeah, there it is. So United Nations, and then the centre letters of city is a unit, which is a group of soldiers. What's this one? Paper money produced by a musician. Notes. Very straightforward. Paper money is notes, and a musician produces notes. Is 5. Begin to jump when surprised. Start, because it's begin, start, and then you jump in surprise. So you can give someone a start, but it also means to begin. Okay. Yeah, I didn't have that yet. 14. Hodgepodge makes fag roar. It's weird. Hodgepodge. What a weird one. Not sure about that. Cleaners frighten off toffs. Interesting. Okay, fidget terribly being talented. Now, terribly, I know, can be used to indicate an anagram. 6 letters, fidget's got 6 letters, so it's probably an anagram of fidget that means being talented, gifted. Yes, gifted. I'm wondering if it's not tennis shoes. I wonder if it's an anagram of fag roar. Then it wouldn't be an E. Yeah, I don't know what other kind of something shoes. Shot source, like shot source, like a gun, or providing footwear. There must be another kind of shoes that I'm not thinking of. Yeah, but that doesn't look right, because I think this is an anagram. It doesn't have an E in it. I think makes is the indicator there. And it's just the fact that I got that F and the A made me think about it. It's not word for hodgepodge, like a mixture. I'll come back to it. Let's see if I can come up with some other letters first. The language of Somerset. Strange. I mean, it's something to do with language. No, move on, I think. See, one down. A sailor turned up for a book of maps. I mean, if it's a book of maps, it might be an atlas. Why? Okay, I mean, I'm thinking the definition might be book of maps, just because of the number of letters. But why a sailor turned salt, like an old salt, an old sailor, and A, so it's A is that A, and then sailor turned up becomes atlas. Okay, that's quite good. I like that. And the thing is as well, when you get these which you can definitely make sense of, you're very confident. You can be confident that those letters are right. Like the tennis shoes, that it just didn't quite work with this bit. Yeah, I don't know what that could be. Forgiveness for a second-rate answer. Forgiveness for a second-rate answer. Interesting that it starts with a something S, which answer does as well. But it's forgiveness, so it's going to be something like atonement or again, I don't know why, but I'm wondering if it's an anagram. Because they do like having a lot of anagrams in these. I don't know why it would be an anagram. But I just noticed that rate answer is 10 letters. And I think it's also what made me think that is the A and the S. Cleaners frighten off toffs. I feel like it's now. I was thinking it might be a word for cleaners. And then I don't know, let's go somewhere completely different. It says it revolves either way. It's probably the either way makes me think it's going to be like palindrome, so going both ways. Rotor is probably it, because it's a palindrome. It's the same either way, and it's something that revolves. I think that's right. That sounds right to me. So, muscular pain. Ham cures is rheumatic. No, I'm trying to remember how you spell rheumatic. Rheumatics? That's EU, isn't it? Rheumatic. Something like that. Ham cures it. Oh, is it an anagram again? The HAMCURESIT. Yeah. So the perhaps is indicating it's an anagram of these words, and it's a muscular pain. So yeah, there's quite a few anagrams this time, I think. Well, yeah, that's the thing, I haven't got them, but I feel like they are anagrams, some of them. Get boats in trouble. End of new tram line. I mean, end of like terminus? End of new tram line. Just reading it like just straight off, and also sometimes sometimes a question mark indicates you have to kind of take the whole thing as part of the clue. So the definition might be the whole thing. So end of a new tram line would be a terminus, but then there might be some other reason. Terminal. Oh, is it an anagram of tramline? Is terminal? I've got a feeling I've seen this before. Not in exactly the same clue, but I think I've spotted that tramline is an anagram of terminal before. Is that right? Yes, terminal. Yeah, so it's really great how there are some anagrams that are just meant to be used for crosswords, aren't they? Like the fact that terminal and tramline are sort of related. Yeah, that's good. I was thinking this might be an anagram. Yeah, so yeah, the T in rate could be that one. Forgiveness, what word am I missing here? I'm thinking of like appeasement. No. Yeah, I'm happy with skin. No, I need some more letters, I think. What's this one? I've got a couple here. Managed to get some, but not all, money paid to kidnappers. So money paid to kidnappers would be a ransom. Managed to get some, but not all. So, why would that be? Managed, ran, some, but not all of it, so you miss off the E of some. Yeah, so I think that's how it works, yeah. Managed, ran, some, with the not all of it. Becomes money paid to kidnappers ransom. Yeah, I'm happy with that one. This one here. Ooh, now is that owl cries? Yeah, owl. Cries out for cakes. Wouldn't be AI, would it? I think the capital I's in this font are a bit more obvious that it's an owl, I think. Owl cries out. Oh, is it an anagram of owl cries? And it's going to be a type of cake. Cakes, so it probably ends in the S. Eclairs, is it? Eclairs? Yeah. Okay, that's good. Got another letter for my possibly cleaners. Possibly toffs. Toffs could be gents, maybe? It could be like something like agents or detergents. Yes, detergents. Not cleaners as in people who do cleaning, but cleaning chemicals. So gents on the end, that's the toffs. And frightens off is deter. Frighten off. That's it. Yeah, it's frighten off, not frightens. Yeah. You deter. Detergents are cleaners. What is this language of Somerset? I don't get this. The language of Somerset. That's a really weird one. I've got a feeling I might not get this one at all because it just feels like, well, I can't get any more letters and it isn't making any sense. The only thing I can kind of see E something S. There is like an E something S, but sometimes we'll be grabbing some letters out of this, but then it would be Earth. I don't know why it would be Earth. cannot think of anything. East? No, because Somerset isn't. It won't be east. No, I don't get that one. That's weird and doesn't really make sense. Right, now have I gone over everything? Oh, that's one I haven't looked at. Greater than 0? Sure. Greater than 0. Positive. Yeah, it's quite straightforward. If something's greater than 0, it's positive. And if you're positive about something, you're sure about it. There's just two definitions, basically. Yeah. Gets boats in trouble. Gets boats in trouble. I wonder if it's a word for boats inside a word for trouble, and it means gets, like obtains. Why is it obtains? So boat. Oh no, is it just boats in? And an anagram. Trouble means an anagram. Oh, it's even simpler. I feel like they do a lot of anagrams in these ones. Yeah, so it's just BOATS in. So you anagram these letters to get a word that means gets. Okay. Yeah. What is this one? Forgiveness. Absolution. Absolution. For a second-rate answer. So it's not. Absolution makes sense to me for forgiveness. But why is it a second-rate absent? Absolute. T-I-O-N. So it's forgiveness for a second-rate answer. So, more off for instruction. I mean, lesson could be an more, less, lesson. I mean, I feel like it's a lesson, but that feels like a very oddly worded clue. More off. More. I mean, what? More off is the opposite of, which makes me think it's kind of right. But why is it the opposite? For instruction. I think it's a lesson, but I don't know why it's lesson. Other than the fact that, an instruction is a lesson, and the fact that the more is the opposite of less, and off is the opposite of on, but that's a bit of a mystery. Cluster here, and then this weird one that I can't. You can fit things like easy in there. You can fit east. Got a couple of letters in this one. Journalist about to have a drink. Is it reporter? Reporter could be the journalist. And port is a drink. Then, about can be as in regarding. But why is... porter is a drink though as well, not just port. So that could be where the other ER comes from. I was just thinking of port, but yeah. Maybe it just means about porter. So, yeah, strange construction, but I think that is roughly how it works. What on earth is this? Shot source. Shot. Don't know. What we got here? Oh, I didn't look at this one. Missed it. Drug found on Arctic trip. Is it narcotic, which would be an anagram of on Arctic? Yeah. Quite a few anagrams this time. Oh yeah, this hodgepodge thing. Yeah, I think it means hodge, and it's an anagram of fag and roar. So let's you could get forage. No, you can't. There's no E. What would you be left with? Is it like Farrago or something like that? Is that a word? It kind of popped into my head, and I think that, that's an anagram of fag and roar. And it's got the checking letters across it. Could be. What is that? What is that? Shot source. Providing footwear suitable for use at Wimbledon. Also like court shoes, as in like Wimbledon. Why did that come to mind? I don't even know if that's a thing that exists. Why is that a shot source? Just thinking of Wimbledon court, tennis courts, and the O and the R being in the right place for it. And I just got to try and work out what on earth that is. Language of summer. Bloody. Okay, I don't know what that means. I have to look that one up. I just guessed it I was thinking that it might have been a hidden clue where the clue is inside, so it's ERSE. I had an E, I had an S, and there's like an E and an S in there, so I thought try it, and it's right. Because if you fill in the grid, and court shoes is correct as well. I don't understand that one either. That's very annoying actually, having a couple of clues where you actually don't understand why. Well, I'll look up what Earth means, and that will probably give me some clues. Yeah, I don't get why that's a shot source. That doesn't make sense. Are there any other weird ones? Got that one, yeah, that was boats in. Terminal, yeah, that was an anagram. Like this one as well, I don't get why. Why is that a lesson? More off for instruction. Yeah. Bit of a strange one, but I think there were some good ones in here. I did like some of these, like Claire's, another anagram. Most of the ones I got quite quickly were anagrams. That's nice, yeah, that's a nice little standard clue of the sailor going up. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. Hope you enjoyed. This was quite a bit faster than usual. I think I had a slight head start because I did have a quick look at lunchtime, probably. So if you add like about 10 minutes onto this time, you probably get the actual time I've spent on it. Yeah, a bit frustrating that I can't work it out. I will, while I'm talking here, what I'm going to try and do is edit in anything I've worked out afterwards. Maybe I'll do some Googling and try and find out why things are what they are. And until next time, goodbye.